Alright guys, it's a new day for me. So we are back here on the farm, we're back in our tractor, we have our mower up here. It looks like I left off and I have to still bale all this. The good news is on my TV, I fixed the color issues that popped up. Just starting the PS5 seems to have taken care of that. I don't know how many bales we're going to get with all this. I hope it's a lot. I wonder if the bale counter completely resets. Let's check that out. Let me just back it up here. I think I have to back it up a little more because I missed a bunch. Let's see here. Bale counter does not reset when you're logging off and back on. That's good news. Now this is back on. We should be able to pick up grass like normally. Yeah. So it looks like we're just gonna have to periodically sell the silage because I have no easy way of storing this stuff right now because I don't have a bale shed. I believe if you get the in-game bale shed, it removes the need for you to, it like completely removes the bale off the field. Like it doesn't count anymore. You're good to go. That's my understanding of the in-game bale shed. Let's turn over here, see if we can pick up these little scraps. It sucks because like at the end of this, I have to wrap into a whole bunch of other junk to this to this guy here. So that is not fun. We have a lot left to do on the field. We still got to roll and all that stuff. And I know it's not very entertaining to pretty much watch me do the same thing every 3 months. But hey, it's a let's play, not a one-shot video where it's like, hey, look, I made $1 million. Like, nah, this is a let's play. I don't know how much more bales we're getting from this. I didn't even look at when we started. I probably should have checked that out. Right now we're at 77, 78, and we still have a little bit of ways to go on this line. It looks like we're missing a bunch. I'm not sure how to fix that. You know, oh, well, actually, I am. I thought about this in my head as I got off, and I was like, the only reason this isn't great or perfect is because I didn't make the lines straight, right? That's what I'm thinking. So because my lines are not perfectly straight, that has to be why. That's the only reason I can think of that it's not picking everything up that I windrowed. Let's just pick up some of those scraps, swing it around. Because, like, look. If I open up the little worker thing, not the worker thing, but steering assist, right? And I think it's like, our mowers are like 10.4. These are not straight lines, right? As the work direction. These are not perfectly straight lines. If I put it on 0, those are perfectly straight lines. So I'm thinking that next time I go and mow, if I put it on perfectly straight lines, and then I windrow in perfectly straight lines, I should be able to pick them up in one go fairly easily. That's my thought process, at least. So we'll have to try it out next in the next few months and see if that works out. I hope. Because God, leaving all this grass on the floor and having to go pick it up really does kind of suck the fun out of this game. I'm already at 84 bales. We were just at 77. Oh my gosh, there's so much grass here. And this is our last line too, so it's pretty much a good thing. I don't know how much we're getting from this, but since it continued from the last field, by the way, this is not our baler. If you're just joining me, this is a rented baler, unfortunately. I don't own a baler yet. That's going to be one of our first big purchases, is a nice starting baler like this, because then I won't have to lease it for like $10,000 every time. Or $8,000 or whatever it is. But it's taken me forever to get there and up this hill. I'm sitting at 33,000 right now. I got some more bales locked up over there, fermenting away. You know, I think the easier way to make this, I saw a thing on Reddit I might want to try, is, but we don't have all the stuff yet, so I can't do it. It's, they make these little hopper things and they drop it into this little contraption that makes the bales for you, and it's not one that you drive around. It's like you go pick up the silage. unload the silage from the forest harvester into a hopper. The hopper loads it automatically into the bale, and then the bale thing, and then that thing unloads it into the storage shed. That would be a dream if I could get a system like that set up, but right now, unfortunately, that is not in the cards for us. On FS22, I used to use this harvester, or this forage pickup called the TARDIS. It's now on FS25 in the mod hub as well, and it allowed you to store pretty much like 1 million. I want to say, I'm not exaggerating, I want to say it was around like 1 million liters of silage. It was a lot. It was a significant amount of silage. But in this game, I just don't know on this playthrough if I want to go through with that, because I would have been able to pick probably almost all this up in one go, and if I had a fermenting silo, just unload it into that. But I don't know if I want to do that. I really want like a farm setup eventually, but right now I guess the best method for me is to just specialize in silage until we get a farm set up. I'm just hoping that these little extra liters amount to another bale. It's probably going to be, I don't know, my goal is, I guess one of my goals is to have the, I want that field by episode 50. There is so much grass that can go in that field. It is ridiculous. I would love to have that field. I know I'm not going to make enough money from these little harvests if these are like 30,000 or whatever, because I think I got, come on, I want that little bale push thing from the mod hub. I'll probably end up getting that soon too, but I really want that field, and it's gonna take me ages, absolutely ages, to get that one. But I think that's the next goal, is to get that one, because it's huge. It's kind of all right next to our other stuff, so why wouldn't I get it, right? It looks like we might be able to make another bale out of this stuff, I hope. We're already at 79, and there's some more little pieces there. I didn't want to time lapse this either. I just wanted to kind of talk over it, because I don't think I should start the video off with a time lapse. At least I don't want to. Awesome. I think we're gonna hit it at like 90 something percent. If not, there's a little bit up there maybe we can hit. I really need to get on Mod Hub and buy that little bale pusher thing to put on the front. Maybe this will hit it. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so if I just turned it off and unloaded it, I push 2 bales out, boom, boom. Up the pickup. I think that's most of the field done. I mean, it's not everything, but I don't think there's enough little grass spots for me to get another bale out of it. And there is a total of 90 bales on this field. We're doing really, really good here, I think. 90 bales? Awesome. Takes us 3 months to ferment. If I take 2 of these, that's like 30,000. So I'm sitting on like maybe 60,000 here. And then baling all those up, I'll probably hit, I don't know. I mean, obviously another 90. How much are those stacks? 3, 6, 9, double it, 18, right? Ish. I think they're about 18. Might be a little more. I thought they were in stacks of 3. I'll have to go look. But I mean, I'll hit. Oh boy. Really wish they would fix the driving. Maybe that'll happen in I don't know, a couple of years. Probably. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon. Let's go ahead and return this to the store here so we don't incur any extra fees. Return it. Awesome. We don't have to worry about that. We have a bale wrapper. I don't know where I put it. Where did I probably put it up here? Not next to the lime. I probably put it up here. I'd like this field too, but that's later on. And that field too. The problem with this one, I think, Well, hold on. Maybe it's not a problem at all. Because it looks like there's some gap between here. There's a little bit of a gap. So I would be able to fit some grass here comfortably. And mow it. And windrow it and stuff. It's actually not too bad. Huh. Because that one's cheap. That one's like 70,000. We could buy that, fairly quickly. Here it is. Here's our bale wrapper. It's already loaded, I guess, with bales. Or bale wrapping. Connect it. And let's grab us some bales here in a bit. Alright, we are here on a baler. Now, I did back out for a moment. And I downloaded a few mods. I downloaded the International CV, which is not in here. It must be in trucks. And I downloaded this Volvo tanker mod. Okay, the tanker is late game for me. This is going to allow me to obviously just go and lug around water and things like that. It's exactly why I want it. It doesn't do anything else. I don't think it even can do anything else. It's just a diesel with a tanker on it. Now, if we check out the International CV, it is just like this one, but it has a couple other options with the flat deck here, a tipper that you can do 3,500 liters, which is useful, a box body if you choose to load, I don't know, pallets and things like that in there. I will never use a box body, I don't think. The flatbed, for pallets, bales, whatnot. And yeah, so it just has a load of more options that you can do for it, which is way better than the base game option. So we did download that. And like I said, we got this tanker. Now there are other options like, ideally the Mac is pretty cool looking. I'd love to have that with the tanker just attached to it all the time. But I'm broke right now. I have no money. I mean, I guess we do have a little bit of money. We got 33,000, which means we're really, really close to buying some stuff. But not yet. Okay, so I had turned this game off, actually. But we're back, and we're ready to start baling. So we will continue to bale all of these things up. It is going to take me a century, or what feels like a century at least, to bale all this stuff up. Once it's all baled up, we'll pick it up with that auto-load trailer that's sitting right there in the road. I should probably move that. And then, honestly, we're either going to do a couple contracts. We might sleep. I'm not entirely sure just yet. I don't know. Anyway, I know the video is already about like 11 minutes long at this point. I don't want to hound you guys with time lapses and things. I don't know. How many of you guys watch these and play the game in the background? I do that with a couple other YouTubers. I just sit and watch what they do and listen to them or play the game in the background. Ooh, I forgot. We have that roller that we bought. So that thing's going to be of really good use here. It's sitting over there at the shop, brand new. So we can use that to roll this ground and get those little grass patches like that one there out of here and roll it back into the ground so that we save on fertilizer. We're doing pretty good. I think the next buy for us, whenever we do buy something new, like a new toy. Oh, it's going to launch in it. There it goes. Whee! We're probably going to save for a baler of some sort. That way I don't have to rent out a $8,000 baler like, 3 or 4 times a year. I can just keep it and use it when I need it. And then that means the rest of the money at that point is pretty much going to be profit. We are going to invest in the windrower. I came up with a idea I want to try on the next session, probably the next episode, where we windrow. I'm going to take the mowers that we have. I don't know where I put them. I think I put them up there somewhere. But I'm going to take those mowers and I'm going to turn off the one where it auto swaths it. And I'm going to put the windrower on it. And I'm going to do the work mode. Or I'm going to... First off, it's not going to be in one line, right? Second off, I will put it in steering assist mode, which I can't activate right now to show you. But I will work with the work head. I think there's an option where it says like the working degrees or whatever. You can kind of change it to what you want. I'm going to edit it and work it in completely straight lines. And I want to see if I get the baler, if that will help me out. So even if there's like tiny little lines, like on that field, for example, there'll probably be a slew of tiny lines. I want to see if I can go and make them all straight, and I think that will solve my issue of windrowing like two big clumps of grass together and not picking it all up and having to go back and forth. So we're going to try that. I just need to afford the windrower, but I want to buy the baler first because it's more expensive. The windrower is cheaper to rent out, so we can just keep kind of renting that one out. It's only $5,000. I'm probably sitting on like 60 grand right there ish, and then not to mention, you know, these. So I think this year, it's only May, possibly at least this year, once all this is done, I might be able to go and buy the baler. Hopefully, that's our goal. End of the year, buy the baler. That might look like us doing a couple other contracts and stuff, but I think we can manage it. I was even thinking about mowing in like horizontally like this, because this tractor is struggling with those mowers. Eventually we want to get a more powerful tractor, but that's just not in the cards at the moment. We are kind of broke. Let's go get this one right in the middle.
So if I stay, would you be lying to me? Got away. The memories are our mistakes, we can never make it true. Our deception slips right through. What did I do? I must have been so careless. Progress too soon, but you got me so breathless. Can we work it out this time? Though you got money on your mind. This time, 'cause I have drawn a map of my escape. Don't you even try, 'cause it's too late. I'm someone else, although I look the same way. Teardrops that fell, but it's just another delay. I'm over us, I'm over you. Forget about another deja vu.
Step 2 was done. Now we're on to step 3, where we pick them all up. Yippee. I want to turn it into, yeah, it's in transporting. We're good there. So let's now switch it over to loading or operating, and let's pick all of the bales up that are in the field. And I don't know how we're going to separate them this time, because these are, oh boy. Oh boy, these are freshly cut grass bales. So I don't know how we're going to separate them, but we'll figure it out. Shouldn't be too hard. We've just been using the neighbor's field, and apparently running over the bale is a good thing because I keep doing it. After this, we're going to roll. I think I'm going to save the rolling and some extra stuff for next episode. And eventually we'll sleep. We're getting to the point where we're not having to do... Man. We're getting to the point where we're not having to do a lot as far as... I think you can still hold a layer on top, right? Yeah. Okay, we're getting to the point where we're not having to do very much. Like, in terms of money, to stay afloat. So, I can now probably just earn... or get what I earn off the field and not have to do a ton of contracts all the time. Except for the winter months. I don't know what I'm going to do for those, but we'll figure that out as we go. We got our first load here. Let's go ahead and unload it on the other side of that little 2-stack one. We'll fix that eventually. You saw in the time lapse I hit it with the bale thing. Okay, that's it. Unload. Or do this. Don't have to unload bales. There we go. Now you just like plop it down right there, unload there, perfect. And it stays in like transportation mode or whatever, and then you can flip it back, stop unloading, and flip it back to the operating position and continue picking up your bales. We're gonna make some serious money eventually from doing this. Now I want to get into crops, I want to get into all the extra stuff and productions, but you gotta remember, we are on start from scratch. We are in debt. We don't have a lot of money. I wasted a lot of money as well. So it's, not looking too good. So we got to keep everything kind of in line here. It's going to take us some time. I'm not on easy. These silage bales aren't selling for like $300 or whatever. They're selling for like nothing. So that's the big difference is, a lot of people, they sit around, they play on easy, and then they get rich, and they get like millions and millions of dollars. I want to get there, but I want to get there slowly, because it's more fun to me. It's a little more of a challenge, and it keeps me invested in this particular map. You keep in mind, I've done nothing with the temple. And the reason why is because ideally, I would like to build the temple over time and keep everything, from the temple. Not keep everything from the temple. I want to make sure that the temple is built by stuff that I have gathered, not that I bought. A lot of people do that too. They go and they buy the stuff. I don't want to do that. I just want to get it done with stuff that I got myself. Either I've grown the trees, which we will be doing. We will be growing several trees, and it is gonna, it's gonna have a like a sawmill area and all that stuff, in addition to the other sawmill, because we might have to be running two. But those are long-term plans. Right now I'm only able to get out an episode a week or so. I am working. I work about 50 some odd hours a week, and I work 2 jobs, so I don't get a ton of time, unfortunately, to make these episodes. I did for a little bit, and I was pumping out. I had a couple like backlogged or whatever you want to call it, but now that's not the case. Now I have to go and make sure that my 1 day a week that I have free, which is usually a Sunday when my wife's not home, like today, or a Saturday if my wife isn't home, then I have to do it on those days. If I know she's working or she doesn't have work on a Sunday or Saturday, I'm probably not making an episode. I'll probably have to do that another time. So that's kind of the issues I'm running into as far as production. And I do everything off my iPad. It's a little more manual as far as like even the voice recordings. Like here, I have to record using my iPhone and a mic. I am recording using a microphone, but it records using the voice memos app on your iPhone, and then I have to send that from the voice memos app to the iCloud and put it inside of a folder and then take those voice memo recordings, put it inside the editor, sync it up with the video. So I have to do a little bit extra. Whereas I used to have a Mac Studio. I loved that thing. And that thing would do everything I want, but the editing was just... when I would make videos prior on it, I don't know, something about editing with a mouse and keyboard isn't as fun as editing on an iPad. Editing on an iPad, I can get, I feel like I'm making something. I feel like I'm actually creating something with my hands. And I don't have that same feeling when I do it with a mouse and keyboard. I wonder if any of you guys are like that. Any of you guys like publish videos? And if you guys do that same kind of stuff, or you feel that same kind of way. We only have like one or two more trips for these bales, and then we'll be done in no time. Love this autoload trailer. Normally not a big fan of using it. Normally I'm not. I like doing things. Come on. Oh really? You're not gonna load? Come on. Get on there. There we go. Normally I'm not a big fan of that. Normally I'm all about like doing things manually and all that, but right now we're in the early stages of the game, and this was a good buy for 30,000 compared to 40,000 for the manual loader. And I really was gonna feel debilitated if I had to go and like manually load all these bales. I think that would have just been debilitating. I don't think I'll mind it for pallets and things like that, but for this type of work where all I'm doing is silage, I think that would annoy me. So autoload, really, I enjoy it. Don't like the way the trailer looks at all, to be honest with you. But other than that, this thing's pretty awesome. I've heard people complain that there's no, at least on console, there's no like pallet autoload. Personally, I probably would never use a pallet autoload. I like loading the pallets from Productions. I did it in FS22. And quite frankly, I like doing the bales too. But with the bales, I enjoyed it when I didn't have to use the tractor. If I was able to use I used a JCB, I don't know what it's called, but I guess, not a front loader. It's the one where like all four wheels are on the ground, kind of, they're real low to the ground. It's that vehicle. I used that one, and I loved that thing. And it was manageable, but I didn't have, 90 some odd bales to load up like this. And I think, thank God, I think they all fit. One more. Hey, wow, we got lucky. Look at that, they all fit. There's probably gonna be one in the tree somewhere that I missed, huh? But I think that's all of them. And if you notice, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks-ish? Right? 1, 2, 3, ignore this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stacks of bales here. That's actually really, really good. In 3 months' time, when we go and try to take all these, I'm gonna park this trailer here. Hey, detach. There we go. Oh, I think I turned off the engine too. In like 3 months' time, when these are all fermented, I mean, that's a good chunk of money. I mean, imagine, what is it? What was it? 30,000 between the both of them, right? Because I think I sold 2. Is it 1, 2, 30? So imagine like 60,000, 60,000, and then some. And then in addition to these bad boys here, these are going to be done maybe next month, if I'm not mistaken, all these. And I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5, so I can sell all these and maybe get like 60 G's off it. I mean, at that point, we're raking in some serious money every year. I did want the baler, or the, I do definitely want the baler. Baler and windrower, once we get those things, I think we're set. Because I don't think, like, imagine I save up for this field, which is like, I don't know, 300,000, something like that. Yeah, 250, 230. Imagine I save up for this field, and I plant all grass, like I've been doing. there's no way I'm going to be able to hide the bales anywhere. So, like, I'm not going to be able to do what I'm doing now. It wouldn't work with these two fields and this one. How much bigger is this? 9 acres? So even, like, this field is bigger than that one. And this field's definitely bigger. Well, you know, without all that, it's probably about a 10-acre field. You know, because I think it matches all this, not just the field size. So, yeah, I don't know. I got to think on that. But for right now, what we're doing works. If I bought this little itty bitty field right next to us, that's only 74. That one's only 56. So I could purchase like these tiny ones. I could combo these two. I don't know if I want to. I like the separation. But I could purchase like these smaller fields too, and maybe keep the bales on the field that are already there until we get. Here. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because I think it's in construction, and it is in. It's probably in sheds, right? It's called like a bale and storage pallet shed. Where are you? Brick. There's a whole bunch of brick sheds and whatnot. Maybe it's not in here. Bulk haul. All to store your bulk material. Yeah, I'd love this if I had, like, you know, a bunch of stuff I could store there. This is nice too. Oh man, this is nice. Look at that. I don't like that it has like the upstairs, but other than that, it's a nice one. I'm losing focus. I thought it was there. It's not going to be in silos, is it? Oh wait. Yeah, it is in silos. There it is. So this little thing here, putting one of these bad boys down, obviously holds 250 bales, right? But it takes the bale off the map for you. So like, if I were to store all of these in there, they would still ferment, and it stores it off. So you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's like gone. It doesn't count as being laid down. So that is very, very useful. I could see myself using that later on in game. We did buy these ones too, but I tested them. I don't believe these take them off the map at all. And then we also downloaded a couple other mods, like root crop storage, because I wanted that, because I am going to get into carrots, even though I hated doing this field with carrots. We will be getting into carrots and all of those fun things eventually, and we would be storing them, you know, to start with. See, I don't know what a lot of this stuff is, like, Alright, well, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day.